We're going to be taking a lot of the old artifacts from this building and put them in the new building. The art and the sculpture, which are in the sanctuary of this building, are going to be installed in the chapel of the new building.
I lived at 5901 Warrington Avenue, exactly 1 block from the synagogue. I have many, many wonderful memories of Beth Am. I still remember how very dedicated Rabbi Goodblatt was to the Hebrew school children.
I remember with fondness Rabbi Goodblatt pinching my cheek and saying Good Shabbos as he handed me a Hershey bar.
And still today, in 2015, I'm still feel very close to our synagogue, Beth Am Israel.
Beth Am became also my second home. I was president of Sisterhood. I was the first woman to be on the Beth Am board. Today, I think half the board, or maybe more than half, are females today. And so I remained a member of Beth Am for all the rest of the years. I love Beth Am. I knew everybody. Everybody knew me. It was just the place to be for any function that went on. Happy to say I'm still a member of Beth Am, and I still love you all.
We've been at Beth Am for a long, long time. In fact, our married life began at the old Beth Am, where Rabbi Morris Goodblatt married us. It's a wonderful synagogue. The community is second to none. The warmth, caring for others is truly extraordinary. It's our community, and the community of many others.
Those people who need a chair, we have chairs in the front.
This has been an incredible experience. So many people have demonstrated their love and commitment to this community.
And I want to let you know right now, this is not a fundraiser. You may come up and say nothing. I didn't say anything.
I would just like to thank Beth Am Israel for providing us the most important dimension in Lower Merion, which is a spiritual community. The place that we have, the kind of place that it is.
We saw once again that the core of Beth Am is our members and their values. This modest building in 1974 sadly can no longer meet our needs, and in fact has become an impediment to implementing our full program of activities. I hope and believe that we will all feel at home in the new building. I want to thank our predecessors. generation who moved us here from West Philadelphia and enabled us to survive as a congregation. We would not be here but for you. May we be worthy of you in our generation, and may we leave our successors a legacy of community, caring, and commitment that measures up to the standards you have set. Thank you all.
Lead it, maestro.
Ready?
When my thoughts wandered, the old clerestory windows in the old building, opening to the sky, brought light and peacefulness that was most comforting. I rejoiced when the new windows behind the bema imparted the same sense of tranquility.
I was mentored at Beth Am Israel's Sunday Minyan to become an Ashrayologist by the elders of that time, the likes of Ed Gilberg and Irv and Fran Frank, Janet Meseroff and Herb and Claire Wasserman, Al Eckel, Lou Liss, and Marvin Kaufman.
It's wonderful that Sunday Minyan regulars encourage participants to spread their wings and learn to lead prayers.
Several years ago, I stepped up to lead Ashrei for Sunday morning minyan, and stage fright abound, I struggled through the letters and the vowels. Upon completion, I heard the roar of the minyan. Yasha Koach. Imagine that.
We walked into the building while it was under construction, walked out from under the overhang, took one look up, looked in each other's eyes, and started to cry.
Beth Am Israel seemed to be the perfect fit for me. As a Syrian Jew, I had certain traditions, certain ways of reading the Torah and praying that were very important to me. I was immediately invited to read Torah, to lead services, to give a talk about my Syrian ancestry, and I felt included. Beth Am Israel is such a diverse community and very accepting of all persuasions that I feel at home even 30 years later.
Beth Am is an eclectic group of people with a passion for learning and growing. The community has an openness to meeting you where you are and a generosity for sharing resources on all levels. We're a community that cooks for others in need, that kvelds for the bar mitzvah kid regardless of whether you know the family. We step up where there's a need.
In 1989, when the safety of the blood supply was not assured, my son was in a medical situation in which he needed 7 pints of blood. While wondering how I was going to do it, Sandy Schwartz called and told me that 7 Beth Amers had already made arrangements to donate blood. I love the people here.
We were facing unbelievable trauma and received amazing support from the Beth Am community through prayer, through carpooling, and a blood drive that was arranged overnight on my behalf.
When we first joined Beth Am,
I associated my positive feelings about it with our rabbi at the time, Andy Sachs. When Andy announced that he was making Aliyah, I was concerned, but after he left, I realized that what was special about our congregation was us, its members.
And I love Beth Am Israel because it's a place that allows me to be on my Jewish journey the way I need to be on it.
Melody and meaning in the morning light, absorbing the wisdom of long ago and now, led by Reb Shel, Reb Sheppa, and friends. Left and right sides of brain converge through song and thought, shared in a circle of mutual caring, learning, and growth.
I've been at Beth Am for many years. I came here because I thought it felt like where I grew up, and it's become the place where I've now grown up. It's been so special to me because of the kind of community it's been, the support that I have felt through the best of times and the worst of times.
For our family, Beth Am has meant song and celebration, dancing and grieving, volunteering and learning, and much laughter. Minyanim and meditation and meetings, preparing meals for others and receiving them when we needed them. It means having friends who are from all ages and being in a place that takes Torah seriously but not literally and loves Israel as one adult loves another.
The name of this community is Beth Am Israel, which translates into the house of the people who wrestle with God. We come here to learn, to pray, together. I like to come here on Shabbat. It gives me the opportunity to leave whatever's out there, and clear my mind. But I don't come here because of this room. It's this community. It's the people that are in this room each week, your teacher and your friends.
I think of approaching the open ark during Ne'ilah and Yom Kippur as the sun is setting, the lights from the yahrzeit wall reflected in the windows, and feeling transported.
I want you to take a look around. I want you to remember this day. All of your family and friends who are here. This place.
From a front row seat to much of the inner workings of the congregation, I saw the dedication and generosity of the lay leaders who made Beth Am Israel possible.
When things are hard, people at Beth Am try to help. When things are good, it's so much better to celebrate together. It helps to grieve together. In times of joy, it's so much better to be jubilant together. On Friday nights with our beautiful musical Shabbat, that adds a special lift to the week. And finally, with such a thinking, caring, involving community and leadership, things are just better at Beth Am.
The Beth Am Israel experience is forever.
I gaze through the magnificent windows and admire the changing of the seasons.
The power of music to passionately and harmoniously unite was gloriously affirmed in the acoustically resonant space of Beth Am Israel.
A peaceful feeling comes over me, and I say to myself, I have come home again.